Monday evening, everyone. This is Corey here with Zero Meter Chasers. This is our evening update. It is 9:33 Central Time, 10:33 Eastern Time, and what you guys are looking at here is a mesoscale discussion. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and basically what this is the Storm Prediction Center. You guys know during severe weather season, they'll highlight areas that have the best potential for severe weather, whether it be them highlighting an area, basically saying, hey, we're about to issue a severe thunderstorm watch, we're about to issue a tornado watch, or hey, this area has the best potential for tornadoes over the next X amount of time. They also do that for winter weather, and they have highlighted much of central, parts of western, parts of central, and parts of the northern part of the state, basically from Murray all the way up to Maysville. And I will read that mesoscale discussion to you guys here real quickly. Let me get it pulled up. And the Storm Prediction Center is saying that a narrow developing corridor of heavy snow rates around or in excess of 1 inch an hour appears possible, spreading across western through northern Kentucky between midnight and 4 a.m. This is the time frame we've been talking about for almost 2 days now. So basically, this is the area that has the best potential for that deformation band, that heavier snow, as we progress into the overnight hours after midnight. So I'm going to show you guys a couple different things here real quick. Definitely wanted to get that out there for you guys. That was just issued by the Storm Prediction Center about 15 minutes ago. That's brand new. It's already out on our social media. I'll get that on my personal social media here after this live stream. So want to make sure everybody's aware of the winter weather advisory we still have in effect. Now, this winter weather advisory is in effect until 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern tomorrow morning. And that is through a lot of the state here, almost all of Western Kentucky, a good portion of Central Kentucky, and all the way up into the Bluegrass region. Again, this is in effect until 9 o'clock. Sorry, my apologies. 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central is when that time winter weather advisory expires. So, I want to show you guys a couple things. First of all, let's check on the radar. We're going to go over a couple different things tonight. Kind of show you guys what I'm looking at here. So here is the radar. Again, there's that mesoscale discussion circled by the Storm Prediction Center that I just showed you guys on another graphic. I'm going to take that off, and we're going to get into the radar. First of all, let's check in here into the Central Kentucky area. Let's put a motion on this radar. Really not a whole lot of anything going on. We've got some rain activity, probably some sleet mixing in over just to the east of Columbia. Right around the Bowling Green area and just to the west, all this activity over here in Western Kentucky, probably a wintry mix. I haven't really got any ground reports on what's going on over here just yet. I also haven't looked, so I'm a little uneducated on what's going on over here in Western Kentucky currently. All I can show you is what the radar is showing. Let's go to Hopkinsville and see. So yeah, this is probably a rain, sleet, snow mix over here in Western Kentucky. As you get closer to Beaver Dam, the Litchfield area, Owensboro, you get more into that wintry mix, and then eventually all snow the closer you get to the Ohio River. Even up in the Radcliffe area right now, radar is showing that this has already changed over to snow. Again, probably more of a wintry mix. I have to look at the temperatures, but this is the area that's already starting to see that change over into a wintry mix and eventually change over to all snow as we get closer to the midnight time frame. So we zoom out here. I want to show you guys a couple things. We look back here to the west. We'll even go down here into the Memphis. Look at all this precipitation that we have going on back here to our west. This is going to be moving into Western Kentucky and eventually into Central Kentucky. So this is a lot of moisture that we have available to us. Anytime we're looking at snow systems, wintry weather here in Central Kentucky, we have to look over to the west, and specifically the southwest. So we're talking about Arkansas, Missouri, western Tennessee, these areas. And we'll put a motion on the radar back here. We see a lot of precipitation back here to our south and west that is eventually going to be moving into western and central Kentucky as we progress into the overnight hours. So this is the snow train, is what I like to call it. Once we change over to all snow, this will be wintry precipitation moving into the central part of the state. So that's the radar update. Nothing really to add with that front. I want to show you guys a couple different things that I am looking at. Let me go to the Kentucky Mesonet here real quickly. Let me switch over to the current temperatures, because I want to show you guys what we're looking at with temperatures across the state here. So temperatures are still, I know this map's hard to look at. This is from the Kentucky Mesonet here. Temperatures are still running just above freezing for a lot of Kentucky. Up here in the Bluegrass region, we're already 32. So Clark County, Fayette County, these locations up here in the Bluegrass region have already hit freezing. So they will probably start to see that change over to snow first. We get over here close to the Ohio River. A lot of these locations are right at 33. We're at 33 degrees in Brandenburg. We're at 32 degrees in Hardsburg. E-Town's at 34. So E-Town's a couple degrees above freezing. And we're at 940 Central, 1040 Eastern. So temperatures are on track. You know, we really wasn't anticipating a change over to snow until after midnight. So we're 33.9 in LaRue County. We're at 34.4 in Lebanon. Campbellsville, we're just above 34. Greene County, we're just below 35. So we're actually colder in Greene County than we are in Taylor County. Is that right? Am I reading that right? No, sorry. Taylor County is a couple tenths a little bit warmer. Regardless, 34 degrees, 34, 35 degrees here in Greene, Taylor County. We're at 34 degrees in Liberty. Then we progress to the south a little bit more. Bowling Green still several degrees above freezing. We're at 37, 36 in the Warren County area, 34 in Edmonton, 35 all the way in Morgantown. So regardless of how you look at it, we're still several degrees above freezing, but those temperatures are going to come down, and when they do, we're going to change over to freezing, or we're going to change over to snow. My apologies. So let's look at a couple things I want to show you guys here real quick. So because this is very interesting. We're going to go to the latest data here. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the latest snowfall accumulation maps, and this is from the HRRR model. So I'm going to show you snow depth. This kind of shows you what's going to accumulate. You really don't have a whole lot going on, right? It actually shows no snow south of the West Kentucky Bluegrass Parkways. And this is going to show where the heavier snow amounts are. What I want to show you guys that's very interesting, and this is what we have to look at as meteorologists, forecasters, etc. You look at this map and it's like, well, this doesn't really match any of the forecasts that we're seeing on Facebook, we're seeing on television networks, or even from the National Weather Service. It don't really match that. This is a little bit farther north than what a lot of the snow maps are showing, even what the National Weather Service is showing. So what I want to show you guys here is the temperature. So it is 10 o'clock Central Time. This is what the HRRR model is showing here. Let me make sure this is the newest update here. So this is the newest update. So it's showing across a lot of central Kentucky, 35 degrees here in Greene, Taylor County. It's got us at 33 here in E-Town. We're looking at 35, 36, 37s. So a lot of these temperatures here in central Kentucky is actually 1 to 2 degrees warmer than what it actually is. So if we compare to what the actual temperature is, It's basically showing 35 degrees in Campbellsville here, Campbellsville, Taylor County, and we're actually sitting at 34. Um, so it's honestly about a half a degree, almost a degree cooler than what the actual temperature is. Or at least the data is showing it being warmer than what the actual temperature is. So what that really means is we're going to change over to snow probably a little bit quicker. So a lot of this snowfall map that you're seeing is not accounting for the changeover that's going to happen just a little bit sooner. But if you go to, either way you look at it, the map from the HRRR model is not showing anything significant. The RAP model probably going to be a little bit more accurate compared to what the current conditions are, what the radar trends are, what the temperature profiles look like. This looks a little bit more accurate. It's still showing a general 1 to 2 inches right along that area that the National or the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted for the mesoscale discussion. So this area right here, if you look at this area that the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted, and you look at the RAM model, and this is snow depth. So this is taking into accountability some of the melting ratios, how compact the snow actually becomes once it accumulates. That takes all that into accountability and still gives us a snowfall accumulation forecast. So I really like the RAP model. It lines up with what the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center has highlighted here, almost to the T. I mean, it almost lines it up just like you're driving a golf ball right into the hole. Well, this is a hole-in-one, almost identical for what the Storm Prediction Center is lining up here, and I think this is the model to look at tonight. So I still don't see any crazy amounts. I know there's a lot of snowfall maps out there shooting 2 to 4, even some 3 to 5 inch amounts. I just don't see that. I just really don't, from my perspective, from the radar trends, from the model data that I'm seeing this evening. I don't see that right now. So I still think a general 1 to 3 inches is a great forecast. I'll throw up the 0 Meter Chasers forecast here one more time. It probably needs to be adjusted a little bit, but we're not going to mess with it. We're going to leave it as is. This is our snowfall accumulation forecast. And again, it probably needs to be tilted just a little bit. But we're going to keep what we got. But regardless, 1 to 3 inches is going to be the forecast. But I think the best bet is probably to look at this model right here. I think that's the best bet for tonight as far as snowfall accumulation. And there does appear to be a pretty sharp cutoff, somewhere through the state here. Don't really know exactly where that's going to be, but it's probably going to be somewhere around the Lake Cumberland area, up to Somerset, up to probably just south of Richmond. Anything south of that's probably going to be not a whole lot of snowfall activity, if any. It's going to be very, very little, probably a dusting, maybe some flurries. So, with that being said, that is all I have for you guys on this update. I will go through some of the comments here real quick. Again, not going to go through and give you specific snowfall amounts for, every location. We've been through that today. You've got your accumulation forecast here. If you don't know what your county looks like on a map, please do yourself a favor, do yourself some justice. Just look up, Google whatever county you live in, whether it be Hart County, Kentucky, Scott County, Kentucky, whatever. Find out what your county looks like. And then when we show these maps, like the ones I have up right now, you can look at your county and you can kind of determine how much snowfall is forecast for your specific county. So I'll pull up the official forecast from the 0 Meter team here one more time. That's the winter weather advisory. Here we go. Hang on. There we go. So there's our official forecast, still valid. Again, probably needs to be adjusted just a little bit. Probably needs to be tilted That 1 to 3 inches probably needs to come up just a little bit and probably scooted to the west just a hair. But we're not going to be a team that, adjust our forecast 1,000 times. So we've only done 2 adjustments on this forecast. We're going to leave it as is, and we're going to see how this forecast plays out. So, again, we're in nowcasting mode now. So we are watching things hour by hour and watching the radar. So I'm going to go through some of your comments here real quickly. Kira for Louisville, a general 1 to 3 inches for Louisville is still a great forecast. Caitlin, I'd love for us to have a crazy amount of snow. But again, this is an early season winter system, so we still got a lot of winter left. So, and honestly, this is kind of our second wintry system. We had a wintry system 2 or 3 weeks ago where we actually did see about a ½ inch up to an inch of accumulation in some places, some snow squalls. So this is kind of our second wintry system of the season. And it's not even officially winter yet. It's meteorological winter, but it's not officially winter just yet. So we are already above normal for activity on wintry weather here in central Kentucky. Again, I know you guys are wanting a lot of snowfall. I see a lot of disappointed people wanting that bigger snow. I'm sure we will get there before the winter's over. I'm sure we will get there. But right now, this is a very small wintry system moving in, but we're going to do our best to get this forecast right. Kinsley, you are right. I appreciate you saying that. That actually warms my heart. I started doing live videos. There wasn't a whole lot of people hopping on. And now, anytime I do a live, it's an automatic 500 to 1,000 people that watch just almost immediately. So, I definitely appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the support. You guys know I'm always here to keep you guys updated with all the latest information. So, it's been a busy 3-4 days. Getting all the new streaming stuff set up, trying to make things a little bit easier for you guys. So it's definitely it's a good comment there, Kinsley. It's definitely this page and this channel has definitely come a long way. So I appreciate that. Appreciate that comment there. Thomas, yes, Santa Claus is watching. You're right. Yeah, let me pull that real quickly. Let me pull that mesoscale discussion back up. So this is the area that has the best potential to see that heavier snow. Anybody in this area, this is a mesoscale discussion. All this is an area that the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted. An area that has the best potential to see that heavier snow, those heavier snow rates, and therefore the best potential for snowfall accumulation. So when you look at your map, that's why I'm saying it. We need to tilt that accumulation forecast just a little bit. It needs to be more lined up with what the Storm Prediction Center has circled here. But still think a general 1 to 3 inches. This is going to be the best chance for a 2 to 3 inch snowfall inside this circled area. This is going to be the best potential for a 2 to 3 inch snowfall. Anybody outside this is probably looking at closer to an inch, which again, same forecast, a general 1 to 3 inches. Thank you, Amber. I do appreciate that comment. I really do. I appreciate you trusting in everything I do and the support you give. Not only you, but everybody else as well. I definitely appreciate that. All right, folks. I think that's all I have for you guys. I'll give you guys one more roundup here. Again, this is a mesoscale discussion, which is an area that the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted. They've highlighted this area because this area has the best potential for some higher snowfall rates, and therefore the best potential for a 2 to 3 inch snowfall inside this circled area. So that's the area that has the best chance for 2 to 3 inch amounts. If you're not inside this circle, you're probably going to be looking at closer to an inch. Probably a dusting to an inch if you're not inside this circle. That is the latest snowfall accumulation update. Our temperatures are still above freezing, but they are slowly dropping. We still expect those temperatures to drop below freezing after midnight. Therefore, once those temperatures drop below freezing, we'll start to see everything gradually change over to snow, west to east. And that's when we'll start to see some accumulation. So that's all I have for you guys right now. Some of you guys don't know how I operate in wintry systems, but typically what I do now, with it being 10 o'clock, I'll probably get about 2 hours of rest. I'll probably wake up around midnight and we'll check things out. There's a good chance if anybody's up around midnight, I might hop in for another live around midnight. So I might not. We'll see how the rest of the night takes me. It's like that feather in Forrest Gump. You know, the wind just kind of blows it down the path. That's kind of how I am when these wintry systems hit. It just depends on how the night goes. We'll definitely try to do another live before the night's over. I will for sure be up. There's not a doubt in my mind. I'm not just going to go to sleep and that'll be it until I wake up. But I will definitely be up throughout the night, keeping you guys updated. Yes, I'm seeing some comments rolling here. Let's see what we got here. Blake, any type of ice is going to be very, very, very limited. The worst case scenario is a very light glaze of ice, or some black ice with some of the moisture on the roadways. When the temperature drops below freezing, we could see some black ice. That's about the extent of the ice. The main deal is going to be snowfall accumulations. Brooklyn, Somerset, probably looking at less than an inch. Not looking good for Somerset on the snow front. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate you. I'm definitely going to get me a little bit of rest. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I will be up. The team will for sure be up. The team at Zero Meter Chasers will probably not sleep. They are excited. They love snow. They'll be up, walking around, putting out updates on the Zero Meter Chasers social media pages. They'll definitely be up all night long. I will be up in phases. So I'll keep you guys updated with all the latest, and hopefully we see some snow to you people that want to see snow. But if you don't like snow, hope we don't see any. You know, trying to make everybody happy here. But we'll see how it all plays